if you manage your finances well, then you can achieve some really, really fantastic things. Quick introduction about myself. So my name is Dr. Dan Sundberg. What are we going to be going through over the next 6 weeks? Next week, we're going to talk about income, how to actually get money in the bank. Week after that, we're going to talk about spending. Where does all of your money go? Week after that, we are going to spend an entire week talking about credit and debt. Week 5, we're going to talk about investing. And then last, this one I'm looking forward to, we're going to go through schemes, scams, financial traps, and investment hacks, things. What does it mean for someone to be wealthy, right? That means that you have enough money, you have enough income, you have enough assets to support your lifestyle, your family, whatever it is, the things that you like to do, without having to rely on outside. You have enough that you can support yourself and be independent and not strictly have to rely on someone else to pay you for that. Right? That to me is the ultimate ideal of being wealthy. Who do you think is wealthier? A doctor earning $350,000 a year or a firefighter earning $75,000 a year? So by a lot of definitions, our doctor would be wealthier. But what if we look at their expenses? What if we look at their lifestyle? For those of you who are really quick at math, you might see that our doctor here with this lifestyle is actually going into the debt, $25,000 each year. Let's look at the firefighter though. Our firefighter, who's earning significantly less than the doctor, has a leaner lifestyle. So firefighter is actually saving $35,000 a year, right? They're putting away $35,000 a year. So I'll ask you the question again, who will have more freedom and options in the next 5 years? And that would be my answer as well, right? The firefighter, by saving, by mastering their income in the way that they are, is generating more wealth, putting more money away. They're going to be in a much better financial position for themselves. So an important takeaway for all of you for today and for the next 6 weeks, money doesn't buy happiness, right? That is not the main thing that we're talking about. And I hope you don't walk away from it feeling like, oh, you got to have a bunch of money to be a happy person. Money does not buy you happiness, but it does buy you options. Right? It does give you the ability to determine how you're going to spend your time, right? Higher stress, relationship strain, mental health issues, anxiety, depression, these sorts of things, and some loss of financial freedom, right? Or life choices. If you have a lot of debt, you might have to do things that you don't necessarily want to, or things that aren't necessarily good ideas to earn money. Limiting options, right? If you don't have the resources to do things, you're not going to be able to do many things. It's going to limit your freedoms. Social issues as well. Like at a basic level, if you're not managing your finances, well, maybe you can't go and do things with your friends. And then legal trouble as well. Like you could get down to the road where you have so much debt that you go into bankruptcy, and that can create a lot of issues. I think we've hit on this a little bit, but I'm curious for all of you, now that we've gone through this, what would it be like to have control of your personal finance? Have enough income and resources that didn't need to rely on an employer, government, or other outside source to support your lifestyle. At a really fundamental level, that like not having the stress, how are you going to pay your bills? How are you going to pay for your lifestyle is an enormous part of this. Being able to support those around you. Get into a little bit more details. There are 3 pillars that will help you build wealth. And if you can master all 3 of these things, that is going to support a wealthy lifestyle. How much money are you bringing in? How are you spending that money? How are you investing that money? When we get into the investment part, we'll talk a little bit about what that whole world looks like, but there is, you can go very deep in that, or you can go very shallow and not think too much about it and still do very well. And first is spend less than you earn, right? Again, if you take nothing else away from these next 6 weeks, spend less money than you earn. Second, avoid debt wherever possible. Third, invest at least 10% of the money that you make in assets, in things that are going to make you money. Stocks, bonds, real estate, that sort of stuff. Anything that says you will get rich quick is a scam, right? So avoid anything like that. And then finally, the less you need, the more you worth. It's really as simple as those 5 things. And all starts with budgeting, right? It all starts with putting it in writing, having a plan, and starting to get disciplined about how you're spending your money. So why budget? Why budget? Do all this stuff, right? Simply put, it helps you hit your financial goals, whatever those might be. And the idea that really I think about when we're talking about budgeting is this idea of living today like others won't, so that you can live tomorrow like others can't. So steps first, like I mentioned before, have a why. Why is this important to you? What are you saving toward? Second, write out your income, your after-tax income. And next week, we're going to be talking about how to calculate your after-tax income. That's an important number to know. Third, make an estimate for what you're going to spend each month on different things. And then fifth, that's sixth. After you've written everything out, make sure that your budget balances. And so what that means is your income equals your expenses, right? So you know exactly where every single dollar that you made over the course of the last month, you know exactly where it all went. And then last, you're going to compare. You're going to compare, what did I plan to spend? What did I actually spend? The first one is essential spending. So my answers on these, and this is not all of them, bills, right? What about fun spending? Debt. And I'll give you the answer to this one because this is a little bit trickier. One, student loans, mortgage debt, car debt. And then last is savings. And that, of course, is investments, emergency funds, specific saving goals, right? So these are kind of the big picture categories that each month, when you're going through and saying, how did I spend my money? You're bucketing them into these different buckets. This was essential. This was discretionary, fun spending. This was debt. This was saving. And figuring out how you want to do that. I'm going to paste a Google Sheet to everyone. So you're just going to go in this Google Sheet that's in the chat, and you're going to do File, make a copy, and then you're just going to title it My Monthly Budget. We're going to practice putting together Sam's spending goals. So Sam is in high school, is working a job, and has some specific saving goals that they're trying to save towards. Sam has some specific saving goals that they're trying to save towards and is putting together a budget to help hit those savings goals. So as I'm filling this out, Sam wants to save $3,000 this year to be able to pay towards college tuition for the first year of college tuition next year. So what we're going to do first is enter that into my spending goal so that Sam can keep front and center, save $3,000 this year to pay for college tuition next year. Just going to enter that into the goal. When you put together your budget, I would encourage you to have some sort of goal that you know generally what you're saving towards. So you can remind yourself, why am I doing this? Why am I not going to buy those new pair of shoes, right? I'm saving for this other thing. So in the income section here, right at the top, we're going to put $1,200. You should see that filled in total monthly income. Next, Sam lives at home and pays their parents $250 a month rent. So we're going to add in bills and essentials in this section here, $250. And so we can see in this sheet what this is doing. It's adding up Sam's bills and essentials. So we know this essential spending, Sam has $685 a month on essentials. Sam, fortunately, has no debt. Sam is setting aside $50 a month for an emergency fund. That's how much each month does Sam need to save for hitting that goal, $3,000 in the next 12 months. This is what Sam is budgeting as their goal every single month. So you'll notice at the bottom here, I'm going to zoom in so you can see it even closer, but Sam has what's known as a balanced budget, right? Their income of $1,200 equals their expenses of $1,200. They have budgeted every single dollar that they are going to be making for the month to say, this is where it's going to get spent. How much will Sam have to put away to catch up? They're $50 under this current month to catch up with their goal of $250 every single month. How much are they going to have to save next month? That's what budgeting is all about. It's okay if you miss month to month. First step in budgeting is to set a savings goal for yourself. And a good savings goal is what's known as a SMART goal. So it is specific. You know exactly what you're saving for. Pick something as a short term and also pick something as a long-term goal that you want to save for. It's measurable. It should also be achievable. And then set a time frame. When are you going to have this saved by? When are you going to achieve?
If you found this helpful and want to join us in supporting the mission of Believe and Inspire, you can make a donation on the website below. Remember that even a little can go a long way. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Stay updated with our newest content by clicking that notification bell.